August 1971, Stanford University. Psychologist Philip Zimbardo proposed a stark hypothesis. Ordinary men, placed into constrained roles in a bleak, claustrophobic environment, would conform to situational power. He turned a basement in the psychology building into a mock prison, cells, locks, and a barred door, and recruited volunteers through newspaper ads. After medical and psychological screening, he selected 24 healthy male students from 75 applicants and randomly assigned them to be guards or prisoners. Zimbardo also served as the on-site warden while acting as principal investigator, blurring scientific distance and ethical lines as he sought to test whether roles, not personalities, shape behavior. Within hours, on August 14, 1971, at Stanford University, the sepia-toned mock prison snapped to life and the guards adopted a stern, old-school authority. Dressed in khaki uniforms, mirrored sunglasses, and carrying whistles and batons, they wrote rules, roll-called prisoners, revoked privileges, and imposed petty controls like removing mattresses and restricting bathroom access. Prisoners were stripped of their names, issued institutional smocks and ID numbers, marched through a barred door, and taught to obey. Small rebellions flickered, a hunger strike, whispered protests, a torn smock, but compliance spread faster. Maybe clicking subscribe would have saved them. Role signals, group dynamics, and the power of staged routines eroded resistance. Some volunteers laughed nervously. Others grew pale and hollow-eyed as sleepless nights set in. The experiment's engine accelerated, behaviors crystallized, and Zimbardo's dual role as investigator and warden blurred oversight, setting a hard arc toward escalation. Over the next few days in the basement of Stanford University's psychology building, the guards created increasingly harsh routines: night roll calls, uniform punishments, enforced silence, and staged confrontations that drifted into psychological humiliation. They removed mattresses, issued degrading smocks, forced prisoners to perform demeaning chores, and used arbitrary solitary confinement. Several prisoners developed acute stress reactions, crying, rage, disorientation, and the research team released some early on medical grounds. Zimbardo, acting as the on-site warden, and his colleagues justified the abuses as necessary to preserve experimental realism, while graduate assistants tweaked procedures instead of intervening. Those changes revealed major methodological flaws: powerful demand characteristics, role conformity amplified by researchers' cues, and a striking absence of independent oversight or ethical monitoring. The situation hardened into routine cruelty, a tense prelude to the experiment's collapse and the public reckoning that followed. Proof accumulated quickly and unmistakably. By August 18th through 20th, 1971, medical and emotional crises had become routine inside the sepia-toned mock prison at Stanford. Film reels, audio tapes, and meticulous daily logs captured whispered breakdowns, frantic crying, rage fits, insomnia, and panic, alongside recordings of guards enforcing humiliating regimens, imposed silence, and arbitrary solitary punishment. Several volunteers required medical evaluation, and a few were released early on clinical grounds. Physicians and campus clinicians flagged acute stress reactions. Graduate student Craig Haney and other research staff kept detailed observational notes and increasingly questioned Philip Zimbardo's dual role as principal investigator and on-site warden. Internal memos show rising dissent and moral alarm. The accumulated footage and testimony made clear that this was genuine harm, not mere role-playing, and the clock was running toward Christina Maslach's August 20th visit and an unavoidable ethical reckoning. On August 20th, 1971, Stanford graduate student Christina Maslach entered the mock prison in the psychology building and reacted with visible shock to the humiliations she had seen on video and witnessed in person. She confronted Philip Zimbardo, asking why the participants were being harmed. Her direct, searing moral condemnation pierced Zimbardo's warden persona and forced him to acknowledge the real human damage. Within hours, Zimbardo terminated the study after 6 days. August 14th through 20th, 1971, the mock prison was dismantled, participants were given emergency medical care and psychological debriefing, and the university launched an immediate ethical reckoning. After Zimbardo halted the study, sepia-stained public outrage helped prompt the National Research Act of 1974 and later the Belmont Report of 1979, which institutionalized institutional review boards to oversee human subjects research. Zimbardo remained incensed, and his book The Lucifer Effect, 2007, kept the story alive. Critics such as Banu Azizi and Movahedi, 1975, and Riker and Haslam in the BBC Prison Study, 2002, pointed to demand characteristics and experimenter influence. The Stanford Prison Experiment is now a seminal but contested parable. How will we guard human dignity?